Hey there, what's happening? This is Eric and
Victoria.
And we are coming at you live from beautiful Marietta, Georgia. And we wanted to shoot this quick live video to discuss our topic of the evening. Actually, we've got a little series of topics all associated with finding who your target market is. And that's one of the things, the reason why we're emphasizing this particular topic is that our goal is to help network marketers and entrepreneurs take their business online and to really leverage the internet, especially Facebook, and with over 2 billion users on Facebook. And so
that's a lot.
And one of the most difficult aspects of that is really identifying your target market, because there's a real advantage when you go online to knowing who your target market is.
Who are you talking to?
Now, as a traditional network marketer, using all the traditional methods, the 3-foot rule, inviting people to your meetings, bringing people to your home,
stalking people.
You know, traditionally, you're trained to just talk to everybody, right? Isn't that what you're taught? Talk to everybody. Don't prejudge. Everybody is a prospect.
But
right?
Everybody is not a business person.
But when you're doing real marketing, you don't want to do it that way.
No.
You want to actually identify who your particular target market is, because you've got all of the tools and all the analytics available on Facebook.
Who are your demographics?
To be able to identify exactly how much it costs to acquire a customer. Now, isn't it important to get that information? It'll let you know if you're wasting your time talking to people who aren't interested. How powerful would it be that your message only goes to people who are probably interested in what you have to say?
Saves you time, saves them time, gets you quicker to your money.
That's right. And so you ought to be able to get your message out to people who might be interested in joining your business and becoming a business partner, or maybe they're interested in purchasing the type of products that you have to offer.
Maybe you're a writer. Maybe you're an artist. Go figure.
But if you're just talking to everybody, chances are 99.9% of the energy that you're expending is literally wasted.
Targeted in the wrong direction.
You know, you can say, well, I'm just building up my skills, right? But
wasting time.
Oh my God. I mean, at the end of the day, you're just worn out and you're wondering, how effective am I in building my business?
Yeah.
Am I marketing, or am I just begging? So that's the question. That's the question of the day. So one of the things you want to do when you target your market is, first of all, you're going to deal with what you're passionate about. You know, the thing is, you're going to start with your passion and then have a general idea of the overall market. Now, Russell Brunson is one of the top marketers in online marketing, and you know,
awesome.
he kind of breaks it down. He said there are 3 basic markets that people are going to focus on. 3 basic markets. It's either going to be wealth, it's either going to be health, or it's going to be relationships. Now, that's not to say that
that's
they're
about straight on.
I mean, you think about it. There could be other smaller categories, but if you look at the major markets,
those are the 3 biggest.
It's going to fall into one of those 3 buckets, right? And then but that's not necessarily what a profit is, because that's what all the competition is, right? You can tell if a market is really booming because there are a lot of competitors in that particular market. You know, there may be online forums talking about this particular product or service, or you know, people might be groups forming. There might be groups forming behind a certain product, that type of thing, right? But if you're just talking to one of these 3 general areas, it's not targeted enough. It's too broad.
Too general.
It's too broad.
Yeah.
You know, for example, let's take relationships, right?
There's so many different types.
I mean, if you're just talking about relationships and you're targeting relationships, well, one relationship could be a family relationship. You know, it could be a parent and a child, or it could be a romantic type of relationship. That's way too broad.
It could be a friendship. Your girlfriends.
So
people that you've known since high school or college.
It's way too broad, right?
It's really
so you want to narrow it down. So you go from relationships and make it a little bit more narrow. Okay, maybe you're talking about giving advice on dating, right? No,
that's a whole different animal.
It's a lot more narrow, right? But there are tons of competitors in that marketplace. So you've got to go down. You got to narrow it even more.
Drill down.
And so he introduces a statement I think is awesome. He says, the riches are in the niches, right?
Wow.
You got to find the niche market. You got to find a market where it's not too much competition.
That's good.
Maybe it's a new area that's formulating where people are starting to get into it. People are starting to form groups. They're starting to generate interest in it. But, there's a theory that I wanted to discuss briefly here, and it's called the blue ocean theory. And there was a book that came out in the I think it was around 2005, called The Blue Ocean Strategy. And it was by W. Chan Kim, and Renee is a funny name, Manborgene, right?
Pretty close.
Rolls off the tongue, right? And it was based on a lot of analysis that was done at Harvard Business School. But basically, they went through hundreds and hundreds of situations where, we looked at businesses, they looked at businesses that were very successful. And one of the things that they noted, not only were the businesses generating a lot of revenue, but they were also extremely profitable. And so they had this theory, it's called the blue ocean theory.
Wow.
Now, if you're in a red ocean, think about it. A red ocean is where all the sharks are. Now, the sharks are a metaphor of competitors, right? The competitors, the ocean is red because the sharks are eating up each other or eating up all the fish. And so that part of the ocean is red. So where's the profit? The profit is in the blue ocean. That's where it's away from where all of the competition is.
Ooh, that's good.
So it's an area where you can still make a lot of money, and it's an area that's growing, but it's right before the competition gets there.
So what you're saying, it's real specific.
It's real specific.
Real specific.
It's something new and exciting, but it's not to the point where all the competitors have jumped in there, right?
In other words, you're going to be so specific with your niche that you're going to stand out. Yay!
So maybe if you're going from relationships to dating advice to maybe you've got a new theory about the top 10 things you need to do to prepare for a marriage that's going to last forever, So you're going down, you're narrowing it down, and if you can get it down to something that's new and different, but it's already generated some interest, then you're definitely where you want to be. So that's a quick starter. We're going to talk about this more and more. This is going to be a topic that we're really going to delve into, because that's probably the most important thing you can do is develop your target market. So again, just a review, you're going to start with something that's very broad that you're passionate about, right? And so it can be very broad. It's going to be probably in one of these three areas. It's going to be wealth, health, or relationships.
One of those three.
And then we're going to go down to one of the sub-markets, right? Which is going to be kind of still a general market. So relationships to dating, or it could be health to dieting. But then you're going to take it down to one of the niches. You're going to take it down further. And so check us out tomorrow night. And we're here every night, every weeknight between the hours of 8 p.m. and 9 p.m.
Monday through Friday.
And we're going to take these topics and we're going to break them down for you, because our passion is to help you guys succeed in online marketing, to take what you're doing in network marketing, break it down so that you can transition to online marketing, which is definitely in the blue ocean.
Keep doing your network marketing. Don't stop. It's very profitable. But now you've got diversity.
That's right.
Making more money and standing out.
So if you guys find value in the information we're providing, and you like additional information, just type info in the comments below. Just type info. We'll get right back to you. And Eric and Victoria is saying, I hope you're having a great evening. If not, let's make it a great one.
And always remember, success, perfection, which doesn't exist. Success always prevails. No such thing as perfection.
And also excellence. Excellence
always prevails, but not perfection. We don't believe in perfection.